basic 002. So at this point, you should have already been able to go through basic 001, or if not have completed basic 001, you at least have a foundation in knowing how to read and write and to understand the vowels and to be able to read words when the letters are assembled and joined together and things like that. As in basic 002, we're going to be learning a lot of vocabulary, some basic grammar, and things of that nature. So let's start by sharing and starting with the syllabus, inshallah. So this is the syllabus. This is the book here, Arabic in 10 minutes a day. I'm not sure if you guys have anyone's purchased the hard copy, but it's recommended to purchase the hard copy for a number of reasons. The PDF is provided for you, but the text in regards to the way that the PDF was scanned, and in addition to the quality of the hardcover book, in addition to there are a lot of interactive things in the book that is included, as you're going to see as we go through, inshallah. Like I said, my name is Brother Adam. This is my personal email here if you need to contact me, or you can reach out to the main email and they'll end up forwarding it to me. Or the best thing to do, in the fastest way to get in contact is going to be to join the WhatsApp group. So if you haven't joined the WhatsApp group yet, please do so. Join the WhatsApp group and you can message there, and that'll be the fastest way to get in contact with us. So the WhatsApp group is going to be used for homework as well, to send your homework in and for any questions and things like that that you have. All homework is due. All homework is due excuse me, before the day before the start of this class. So this way they were able to look over it. And if there are any questions, we can go over it in the beginning of the next class. Now, the description of this, like I mentioned in the beginning, this is a continuation of basic 001. So like I said, you should have already learned how to read and write. I'm not sure how far you guys got in regards to that, but in the beginning, the first lesson here today, what we're going to do is we're going to learn about the sukoon and the shadda. As the long vowels should have been already covered in the previous lesson. You're going to learn about the different types of alif and basic vocabulary words as well. And as you see, also learn simple greetings, but numbers, colors, months, like I said, a lot of vocabulary and just basic things that you need to for your daily life, just to hold a basic conversation. So if we keep scrolling down here, the textbook and the course materials. So this one here highlighted in yellow is what we're going to be sticking to, inshallah. I'm not going to be using any outside material except for what's highlighted here in yellow. So this book is what we're going to be using. Arabic in 10 minutes. Excuse me. Like I said, we're going to follow this syllabus here, but we may make some changes to it. So you can refer to this, but we may make some changes to it. So what we're going to do is, for week 1 today, they have here that should be review questions in Arabic from Arabic in 10 minutes, and then review all the vowels of the Arabic alphabet. So we're going to actually do this the other way. We're going to review the vowels of the Arabic alphabet first, and then we're going to go over questions in Arabic from the book, inshallah. And then your homework is to complete page 7 at the top and write all new words 3 times. So you can always refer to this for your homework, known as your wajib, your assignment. Okay, so let's go back into the book, inshallah. Or rather, not the book. Like I said, we're going to start with really quickly vowels. But before we do that, just make sure that you guys can read. So the beginning of this book is going to have alphabet and vowels and things like that, but you guys have already learned that already. So we're not going to go through that stuff again, inshallah. So if we can have some of the students, so let's start with Sister Bushra. Are you able to read what's written here? Can you read this for me, please?
Sure. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. So the first line is ma, and the second letter is haza.
Okay, very good. So ma hadha, ahsanti. Very good. Brother Colin, can you please read for me? I'll circle it for you right now. If you can read that for me, please.
هذا كتاب
Ahsanta, very good. Brother Jay, can you please read for me? Read that for me, please.
أريد الكتاب.
Very good, very good, very good. And as you can see, it's a bit small as well in regards to. That's why the hard copy is best. PDF is a bit small. Sister Rayhana, can you read this for me, please?
Which one?
The one I have circled right now.
Read kitab.
Okay, very good. And Brother Thierno, can you please read what I have circled, please?
هذا كتاب.
Ahsant. Very good. So alhamdulillah, all of you guys are able to read. So all of you are here just to ensure. Do you guys know, because the reason why I'm planning to go through the sukoon and the shadda right now is because sometimes students in that we're not able to complete that. Do all of you guys know about sukoon and shadda? Have you guys already learned about that? Do you guys know about that sukoon and shadda?
Yes, I have.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Very good. Okay. So very good. So what we're doing, we're probably not going to go through that. It looks like everyone is already doing that. What we're just going to do is just ensure understanding. So or rather application. So let me get a whiteboard pulled up here. Okay, Brother Colin, can you read these two examples for me, please?
Yes, it's an tabbat.
Okay, very good. So in the shadda, try to hold that just a little bit longer. Tabbat, tabbat, tabba. Try to ensure that you're holding that back just a bit. Tabbat.
Tabbat.
Very good. Brother Jay, can you please read this for me as well, please? These two examples.
أن تبت.
Very good. Sister Rayhana.
Ang tabbat.
Very good, Brother Thierno.
أن تبت.
Very good. Okay, good. So there's no need to go through this lesson, inshallah. All of you guys are able to apply this and read it. So what we'll do is just we'll jump straight into the book today, inshallah. What we're going to start with today is a number of vocabulary. And as you can see in the book, we're going to learn about what's known as, in Arabic, as adawat al-istifham, right? The question tools. The question tools. So let's go back to the book now, inshallah. And the author here mentions, as you guys can be able to read this, and I advise all of you to prepare before your classes by reading what's to come, so that you're able to, if there are any questions, you're able to have them in your mind already. So the author of this book says, when you arrive in an Arabic-speaking country, and she gave a few examples here, such as Al-Urdun, which is Jordan, or Misr, which is Egypt, or Al-Maghrib, which is Morocco, or Lebanon, which is Lebanon, right? As you see, they put for you the Arabic and they put for you the English as well, right? So that's very good. So you just learned 4 new vocabulary words if you did not know that already. 4 countries, right? Al-Urdun, Misr, Al-Maghrib, and Lebanon, right? The very first thing you'll need to do is ask questions, such as where's the bus stop? Where can I exchange money? Where's the laboratory? Or what, etc., etc., right? And to say this, that's used as aina, right? Aina, as you're going to see here, inshallah. So, and the list goes on as it says here. So in Arabic, there are many question words, right? There are more than these, but we're going to focus on these 8 key question words, right? As these 8 are the majority that are used, right? So this is going to help you to figure out what to order in a restaurant, etc. So let's take a look here at these 8. Take a look at these 8 right here. We have aina, which means where. It's used to ask where. And I want you guys to, the reason why, as you can see here, it is meant for you to practice the writing of it, right? It's meant for you to practice the writing of it as well, and to know the translation, as they did there in the example for you. So we have aina, which means where. We have ma and mada, which is used for what, right? And I'll show you guys a difference between them. Generally speaking, ma is used with nouns, generally speaking, and mada is used with verbs, generally speaking. So ma is used with asma, and mada is used with af'al, generally speaking. Man is used for who, right? Men. So someone who's aqil, right? Men, who. We have meta, which is asking about time. Is asking about time. When. We have kaifa, which is how, which I think we all know this kaifa. We seen all of us in some sort of seen the word kaifa, for example, kaifa haluka, right? Or kaifa anta, right? How are you? Or asking someone about their condition. We have limadha. It's a question tool as well, meaning why. Kem means how many. And if you add B before this, bikem, it becomes how much, right? So for example, it could be used to ask for, in regards to the cost of something, being used in regards to asking about the cost of something. Now, excuse me. So it says here, now test yourself to see if you really can keep these kalimat. Kalimat, also known as mufradat, is words or your vocabulary. So I want you to draw lines between the Arabic word and the English equivalent, which is, so let's see here, guys. So let's take the participants list here.
Excuse me, Brother Adam.
Yes.
Sister Bushra said that her call dropped, and she said she's asking to be let in. And
Okay,
there's another brother in the WhatsApp group that's asking.
Okay,
He
let's
doesn't know how to get into the meeting.
Let's take a look at this. Thank you for bringing that to our attention, Brother Colin.
You're welcome.
Okay, Sister Bushra is with us now, alhamdulillah. The brother, you. Can one of you please post the ID, please? Oh, thank you, Sister Bushra. Jazakallah. Jazakallahu khairah. Hopefully he can join b'idhnihi ta'ala, inshallah. Okay. So as you guys can see here, in this right column here, they have the question tools, and in the left column, they have the translation of that. And they did the first one for you, which is bikem, which means how much. So, Sister Bushra, can you tell us which one corresponds with ma? The first one, ma.
What?
Okay, ahsanti, very good. So ma, will be with what? Very good. Brother Colin, can you tell us which one corresponds with kaifa?
How?
Okay. Very good. Brother Jay, can you tell us which one corresponds with aina?
Where?
Okay. Ahsanta, very good. Sister Rayhana, can you tell us which one corresponds with limaza?
what education is.
Why?
And
Very good. Brother Thierno, can you tell us which one corresponds with mata? Brother Thierno, are you with us? Perhaps he stepped away. Sister Bushra, can you please tell us which one corresponds with meta?
When?
When. Very good. Brother Colin, can you please tell us which one corresponds with kem?
That would be how many. Also,
Awesome.
why is it kem? It looks like there's fatha on the kaf.
Yeah, should have a feta. Kem, like this.
Oh, kem. Okay, sorry, I misheard.
Yeah, no problem. So not kim, right? But kem.
Okay, yeah, the transliteration kind of tripped me up too. So
Yeah, because in the transliteration it says kem, like as if it has an e sound. Like
yeah, exactly.
Yes. So it should be very, very good clarification. So it should be with a fatha, guys. Kem, ka. Kaf with a fatha, kem means how many. And the last one we have here is men. Brother Jay, can you tell us which one that corresponds with?
Who?
Oh, very good. So even here they put men. So there's very good clarification. So sometimes, like I said, the transliteration sometimes it's not perfect, and sometimes not possible really to translate between the languages, but rather we use it as a guide. So there's going to be the three sounds you guys know are a, e, u, a, e, u. Those are the three, the basic vowels, and the a makes the a sound, not but a. So it's a common mispronunciation. Sometimes people tend to take the a sound and turn it into a, but rather it should just be a. Excuse me. So let's get some practice in now, inshallah. Some application, some tatbiq. So it says, examine the following questions containing these kalimat, these words. Okay. Practice the sentences out loud, then practice by copying al-Arabiya, the Arabic in the blanks underneath each question. Okay. So I know all of you know how to read these already. And the translation is there for you guys basically already. So Sister Bushra, can you do the first one first, please? Right, we're gonna do right. I'll show you guys how we're gonna go. We're gonna obviously go right to left. So we do the right column first and then the left column. Okay. So when I call upon you, you go in that order, inshallah. So Sister Bushra, can you do the first one, please?
Kaifa halik.
Okay, very good. So even in the transliteration here as well, they made a mistake. So in the transliteration here, guys, it says kaifa halik, right? Kaifa halik. But rather what this should sound, it should be kaifa halu. The letter lam should have a u sound. So you guys, in your hard copies, or if you printed this out, you want to correct that. So it should be ha lu. Okay, the lam should have a dhamma. The letter lam should have a u sound. Kaifa haluka. And this is very important, right? This is very important as you guys are going to learn in regards to case endings, right? So these, as you're going to learn in later on, words have case endings depending on their position in the word, depending on their grammatical position, and this affects the meaning, whether it's u, e, or a. Generally speaking, right? This is going to change the meaning, and this is going to have an impact on the meaning. So this should be kayfa halu. The lam should have a u sound. Kayfa haluka. Very good. The next one, please, Brother Colin.
Mata na'akul.
Very good. So I want you guys to correct this as well there as well. So this word is a noon, right? It's a noon with a fatha, na, followed by a hamza with a sukun. So be na, right? Have that abrupt stop as opposed to a stretch. Not nakul, but nakul. Mata nakul, right? Mata nakul. This word has a hamza with a sukun. Mata nakul, which means, what does that mean, Brother Colin?
When do we eat?
When do we eat? Very good. So this is the verb in one of its conjugations, right? One of its tasrif. Can anyone tell me this word na'kul? What word does it come from? What's the root of this word? Where does it come from? Anyone? Can you unmute yourself?
Hamza kaf lam.
Hamza kaf lam. Very good. So it comes from Hamza kaf lam akala, which means to eat or he ate, right? Akala. So I want you guys to get used to this, right? Because every lesson we're going to take new verbs. So this is going to be new verbs for you guys. So this comes from Hamza kaf lam, which is akala, which means to eat or means he ate. Very good, Brother Colin. Brother Jay, can you do the next one, please?
Men huwa.
Which means?
Who is he?
Who is he? Ahsan, very good. Sister Rayhana, can you do the next one, please?
How did you?
ما هذا.
He says all it took me was to read
Very good.
the
Ahsan.
first few letters.
Which means?
What is
author
this?
Very good.
is going to say.
Now, I want you guys to notice that I mentioned here, ma hada. If you notice, ma is used here, right? Like I said, ma is used with asma, generally speaking. Ma hada. What is this? Right? And you wouldn't really see madha hada. With you would not see that with an asma. For example, you would see madha used with verbs. For example, just to give you guys an example here of how madha is going to be used. As ma and madha, they have the exact same meaning, right? They both mean what? But ma is used for asma and madha is used for verbs. So for example, you say madha taf'al. What are you doing? Or madha ta'kul. ماذا تأكل ماذا تأكل what are you eating, right? What are you eating, generally speaking? Okay, is that clear, guys? Ma, generally speaking, I'm not saying that you will never see it used with verbs, but ma, generally speaking, is used with asma, nouns, and ماذا, generally speaking, is used with af'al, with verbs. Very good. Brother Thierno, can you read the next one first, please? So example number 5.
أين هذا?
أين هذا? Very good, which means?
Where is this?
Where is this? Very good. Question 2, meaning 4, where is this? So just to test your guys' ability or where you're at, your level that you're at. Does anybody know what some of these things are? Does anyone know what this picture is right here? What is that called in Arabic? So a phone is called a hatif. A phone is called a hatif. Telephone, like you have there, which is landline, which we don't really use today, but you just have your cell phone, same things. They're all called hatif, right? Hatif, hatif, right? Or just to completely hatifun, right? We generally don't put the vowels, but hatifun, right? This is in essence, which means a phone, a phone. Very good. So you guys are going to learn a lot of new vocabulary words here today, inshallah. Let's keep moving forward. So according to them here, according to the author of this book, she says that Aina will be your most used question, right? This is, remember, this is to help you, this book is to help you learn Arabic in 10 minutes. And as you mentioned in the beginning, what to do when you first land in a foreign country. Aina, where? Aina al-hammam, right? Where's the restroom? Aina al-hammam. Or Aina al-mirhal, where's the restroom? Or Aina al-masrif, where's the bank? Or Aina al-mat'am, where's the restaurant, etc. Right? You have all of these things that you can use Aina for. Sorry about that. We just lost the video for a second there. So here we have a number of words that are going to be introduced to you guys. Okay. So some of these words are actual Arabic words, and some of them are Arabicized words. right? So I'm going to clarify that for you guys, and I'm going to show you guys what I prefer you to use, inshallah. Okay, I'm going to show you guys what I prefer you to use. So here, this first one, they put two things. It says أين الحافلة, أين الحافلة, and they also put أين الأتوبيس, right? Which I prefer you guys not to use that. Okay, that's just an Arabicized word, and if you say al-hafila, everyone will understand you. Okay, أين الحافلة, al-hafila, which means the bus, right? Alif lam before a word means the bus. So as you guys are going to see in a little bit, and if it just has a tanween, right? Hafilatun, it would mean a bus, right? But just right now they have ayn al-hafila because you're asking about something specific. Where is the bus? Okay. Same thing with the second one. I want to change this as well. Ayn a-taxi, right? Ayn a-taxi. Okay. Basically, this is an Arabicized words as well. You can use it, no problem. It's understood in Arab countries. But if you guys want to know what a taxi is in Arabic, taxi is called sayyaratul ujra, right? Sayyara, which is a car, right? This is just a little translation. Sayyara is a car. So basically, let's clear this here. Excuse me. Sayyaratul ujrati is taxi, okay? Or like I said, you can use aina taxi, but just keep in mind that that's an Arabicized word, right? But if you want to be more precise, you can use sayyaratul ujra, right? Sayyaratul ujrati. And all of this, like I said, is recorded, so you can always go back after, refer to it, and make notes and record it in your personal notebooks, right? I want you guys to take notes, very important. Now they gave you two things here. It says أين الحمام, أين المرحاض. So they're both can be used interchangeably. Al-mirhab is a toilet or a lavatory, and same thing with the hammam. Hammam is the toilet, or in some places as you go, you'll see hammam is known as a bathroom, right? So either you can use either one. You can use them interchangeably. You can use them interchangeably. Ain al-hammam. I know that the khat, the right is a bit skewed here, but it's a ha meme with a shadda. The meme has a shadda on it. Al-hammam. Al-hammam. The meme has a shadda on it. And we have al-mirhab, right? Ain al-mirhab, ain al-hammam. And they both can be used interchangeably. And then here they're showing you al-rijal and nisa. Al-rijal, what does that mean, guys?
Men.
Great. And al-nisa?
Women.
Very good. أحسنتم جميعا. Good job, all of you.
So would you just add that on to the end of the sentence?
Oh, these here for the sentence, if you want to know where the male restroom is or the female restroom is.
So where would you put that word?
Okay, I'll talk about that right now. You just mute yourself, it's a bit noisy. And jazakallah khair right now. So right now they're just trying to show you the basics, right? So it says Ayn al-hammam, Ayn al-mirhab, which means where's the restroom. And generally speaking, if a woman's asking where the restroom is, they'll know to show you towards the woman restroom, and a man's asking, they'll show you towards the men restroom. But if you want to add this to it, it will become I don't want to get too advanced right now because this is basic 002. But just because the sister asked, it would become a mudaf ilayhi construction, al-idafa. So you would say, but it's like I said, Sister Rayhana, it's not necessary. At this stage, rather you could just say Ayn al-hammam, Ayn al-mirhab. But to answer your question, you would say Ayna hammamur rijali or Ayna hammamun nisa'i. Okay, it becomes a different construction. The alif lam becomes dropped, and the hammam becomes connected to the word that comes after hammamul rijal or hammamun nisa, or mirhalul rijal or mirhalul nisa. But at this stage, there's only you guys aren't required to know that. But what you are required to know is ayn al hammam, ayn al mirhal. Hope that's clear, inshallah. Let's keep scrolling down. So it says here, أين الفندق? Right, so I want you guys to pay attention. All of these here, these are all new vocabularies, right? Al-hafila, right? As you mentioned, al-hafila. Or rather, you guys not use it lots of us. A taxi, right? This is a new word as well. All right, I gave you guys the actual Arabic word for it, Sayyatul Ujra. Then you have hammam, you have mirhab. All these are new words, right? Might be new words for all of you, might be new words for some of you, might be review for some of you. Then we have أين الفندق. أين الفندق. الفندق is a hotel. أين الفندق. Where is the hotel? Then we have أين البنك. So this, once again, this is another Arabicized word, right? Because it literally sounds like English, right? أين البنك. Where's the bank? You can use that, no problem, it's understood. But a more precise would be أين المصرف. I'll write this for you guys. You guys can memorize this, right? I want you guys to be more precise, and that's why I'm giving you guys this. I want it to be أين المصرف as opposed to أين البنك. Bank is understood, but it's an Arabicized word. So you would use أين المصرف. Meme. Okay, let's write it for you guys. Not here, but write it somewhere clear. So when you refer back to this, you have something to refer to. Let's go to the whiteboard. Okay. Musrif is a bank, or you just add alif lam before it if you want it to be the bank. And when you add alif lam, you won't have this tanween, right? You cannot have both. You can never have tanween and alif lam together. So either you have masrif, which means a bank, and you have al masrif, which means the bank.
Do you mind typing these instead, maybe in the whiteboard, because it's kind of hard to read the handwritten version?
Yeah, no problem,
with your
inshallah.
mouse.
Yeah, no problem. So from next week, inshallah, we'll bring the Arabic keyboard, and the new words that I'm putting today, I'm gonna put them in the group right now for you guys. Okay, I'll put it in the group for you. So we took, so we only took 2 new words that are not mentioned here. So the words that weren't mentioned in here, and I'll put it in there with your translations for you. So you have your first one there with your vowels, sayyaratul ujra, and the second word that we just took is masrif. Which is a bank, okay? Masrifun, the bank. And next week, inshallah, I'll bring the Arabic keyboard so we can type it in the chat box here, inshallah. Sorry for the confusion with their calling me. So if we take a look here, guys, this last one we have here, it says أين المطعم. المطعم is a restaurant. The restaurant. أين المطعم. The restaurant. Let's keep moving forward, inshallah. So you'll hear this this word here is na'am. Na'am, which means yes. Right? So it's used to answer questions. Na'am. And they're saying here you can hear similarities between Arabic and English, but just because, like I said, because they're Arabicized, like for example, bank, taxi. That's the reason why they have the similarities, because it's just a word that they took from English and Arabicized it. But we have actual words that you can use in Arabic language. So like I said, masrif for bank, sayaratul ujra for taxi, and al-hafila, right? We have a word for it, which means the bus. Okay. Let's keep going, inshallah. And here today we're going to introduce this new word to you guys, which is called darasa. Darasa, which means to study, or he studied. Darasa is a verb in its past tense, darasa. Then you have this word that comes from this derived from this word known as madrasa, which all of you have heard, right? Madrasa, which is a school, right? Madrasa. And then we have the word darsun. They didn't place it here for you guys, but that ra, just so everyone can know, that ra has a sukoon on it, which means lesson. So we have three words here. Darasa, which is a verb, a fi'l, which means to study or he studied. Then we have madrasatun. The dal has a sukoon. The ta should have a tanween. Madrasatu, tanween bil fath. They should have the two fathas. I'm sorry, tanween bil dam. They should have the two dhammas. Madrasatun. And the dal should have the sukoon. Madrasatun, which means school. And then we have darsun. The ra should have a sukoon and the sin should have tanween. Darsun, which means lesson. Darsun, which means lesson. Okay. Now, just a few additional points. As you guys know, there's no copula in the Arabic language, right? There's no copula in the English language. There's no or an. But it's in a translation. In the translation, it's added, right? So just to show you guys here, this is what this is showing you here. This is what this page here is referring to. So if you have a word, any of these words that you see here, such as hafila, such as hammam, such as mat'am, such as funduq, these words here, they will have a tanween at the end of them. Hafilatun, mat'amun, funduqun, hammamun. And you see this tanween, this double accent. This is indefinite, right? This is just referring to a. So it refers to a bus, right? But now you add alif lam to it, you make it definite. You're referring to something specific. The bus. Where is the bus? So that's the difference between them. In Arabic language, there's no copula, but this copula is added in translation when you have the tanween, and the alif lam is for the. So hafilatun is a bus. Al hafilatu is the bus. Okay. So also you have more words at the end here. Okay. So we introduced the 8 key question words to you guys. All right, this is the essential building blocks for your Arabic language. And we also have here, coming from the word darasa as well. We learned previously, you saw darasa, which means to study, right? Or he studied. You saw madrasa, school. You also saw darsun, which means lesson. Darsun, the ra with the sukoon. And here we have 3 more words here. You have mudarrisun, which means a male teacher. Mudarrisun. Then you have mudarrisatun, a female teacher. Mudarrisatun. And then you have dirasa. Dirasatun, which means studying, which is something you guys are going to learn in Arabic language known as the verbal noun, known as masdar, the verbal noun, which is generally known as adding ing, such as studying, running, eating, etc. Is generally the ing, right? The verbal noun. It shows action, but not connected to time, right? It shows action, but not connected to time. So we're going to stop here today in regards to this. We're going to take a few things in regards to this review, and then we're going to mention the homework, inshallah. So if you take a look at the syllabus here, lesson 1 should be reviewing the questions in Arabic, right? Reviewing the question tools, those 8 that we learned. Let's go over it again. Those 8 we have here. Aina, which is used to ask about where something is, where. Ma or madha. Ma is for what. Madha also means what. And they're both pertaining to asking what. But ma generally is for asma, nouns, and madha is for af'al, which is for verbs. Man is used for who. Mata, when. Kaifa is for how. Limadha is for why. Kem is for how many. Kem. Remember, it's a fatha, guys. Ka. And not like they have it here, kim. Right, but kem. How many? And we have bikem, which means how much or how many. And then you guys learned a number of words, such as kaifa haluka. Remember, there's a lam here, not an e sound, but kaifa haluka, or kaifa haluki, rather, as you see here, because this is a female. So the dhamir changes. If you're asking a male, you would say kaifa haluka. Ka is for male. And here there's a female, kaifa haluki, right? And they both translate as how are you, but you use one for male, one for female. Kaifa haluka is for male, kaifa haluki is for females. Then we learned a number of new vocabulary. Al-hafila. We learned about sayatul uzr, or taxi. Hammam, mirhab, al-funduq, bank, or as I mentioned to you guys, a more precise word would be masrif, as I mentioned in the group for you guys. Then you also have mat'am, which is the restaurant. Mat'am, which is the restaurant. We mentioned here darasa, and also a few words that derived from that, such as madrasa, school, such as dars, which is a lesson. I mentioned in regards to the copula, there's no copula in the Arabic language, right? So for our and, but it's understood and it's used in the translation. There's no specific word for it, but the tanween represents that. Hafilatun, which means a bus. Hammamun, which means a bathroom. Mat'amun, a restaurant. And then you add alif lam to the beginning of it, which makes the word indefinite, which makes the word definite. So the tanween makes the word indefinite, and the alif lam added at the beginning makes it definite. Al-hafilatu, the bus. Al-hammamu, the bathroom. Al-mat'amu, the restaurant. Okay. And then we also mentioned 3 more words here, also deriving from darasa. Mudarrisun, teacher. Mudarrisatun, teacher. Both mean teacher, but one's male, one's female. Mudarris is a male teacher. Mudarrisatun is a female teacher. And then we have dirasa. Dirasatun, which is studying, which is a verbal noun. Okay, very good. So we'll stop here today. The homework, like I said, is to complete page 7 at the top and write all new words 3 times with their translations. All of the new words that you guys took today, they should all be written 3 times along with their translations, and then sent in the WhatsApp group so we can grade them and we can take a look at that. Any questions you guys may have before we end today? And like I said, we're going to start the next class instead of being 11. We're going to start that at 11:10, just to ensure that we have a smooth start between the transition of the 2 classes that come back to back. Do you guys have any questions today before we end regarding the homework, regarding anything that was covered, regarding any of the vocabulary, or regarding access to the drive, or regarding access to the syllabus? Does anybody have any questions today? If not, we'll go ahead and we'll end here today.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
I have one question. I haven't gotten access to the drive yet. I sent the request, but it hasn't been processed. And then secondly, I was never taught like how to write. So do you have any resources that I could use to learn how to, like, the proper way to form the letters and such?
Yes, so that will be basic 001. Okay, so if you want to just resource,
Okay.
if you want to stay in this level, that's fine. But if you want to go to learn about that, you can also go to basic 001, which I teach right before this. But when you get access to the drive, right? I'm not saying you have to move to. Are you comprehending anything that we're doing here today?
Yeah, I can read, inshallah.
And you're able to comprehend and everything like that, right?
Right.
For the most part. Okay, good. So what I would advise you to do is when you get access to the drive, I'm gonna ask Brother Najm to give you access, inshallah. When you access this drive, I'll show you right now what you're gonna see. Let's share the screen. So let's go to this a little bit. Let's go to the drive. So this email here, all of you should have gotten this email, right? Are you guys seeing the email on the screen right now? So when you click on it, I know you said you requested the access. I remember you said you requested the access. When you click on it, 001002, it's going to open this for you. Now, this first book right here, this book called here Miftahul Arabiya, Gateway to Arabic Book 1, Brother Jay. If you click on that book, if you open that book and you scroll down here, you'll see all the letters. But in addition to that, it teaches you how to write it. So here you have alif, and it shows you the arrows start from top to bottom. It shows you the letters ba, and even gives you space to practice for it. So if you buy this book, you'll have space to write and practice. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. It shows you all the different steps. So this is the book that you would refer to. This is a book that's going to help you with your reading skills and your writing skills, inshallah, Brother Jay. I hope that helps, inshallah. Does it make sense?
Thank you.
No problem. Any other questions, guys, regarding homework, anything like that before we end today? If not, I'll see you guys next week. And just a reminder, we'll start at 11:10, so 10 minutes later, inshallah.
Yeah, what's the expectation for, should we be filling out all the like blanks?
Yes, you should be filling in all the
exercises
blanks.
before
You
the
should be filling it.
class, or-
Yes. So, the exercises before, like for the lesson before that we're going to do?
Yeah.
No. So, for example, let's go back. Let's share the screen again. So let's look again. So, let's get to the drive. Let's open the book, Arabic in 10 minutes. What we want you to do before class is just get familiarized by reading what's to come. But in regards to what the exercises, you'll do that after for your homework. So, for example, today we took the question tools, right? We took these question tools. We went through this exercise together in regards to connecting the dots or connecting the lines. Right here where these blanks are, this is what you do for like your homework. You can fill these in, fill in these blanks right here. And the top of page 7, which is mentioned here for the homework, is to fill in all of these. أين الحافلة؟ أين سيارة الأجرة؟ أين التاكسي؟ أين الحمام? You'll write those here with the question tool and the new vocabulary word. Does that make sense, Brother Colin?
Yeah, so we'll only be doing that, those 6
So for the homework would be
words,
this one right here, this one here,
okay.
this page right here, page 6, and the top of page 7. And in addition to that, you're going to be writing these words. So today you took a total of 6 words, right? You took which is in yellow. Darasa, madrasa, darsun, and you also took mudarrisun, mudarrisatun, and dirasatun. So in addition to filling in these blanks and writing these with the question tools, you're also going to write those 6 vocabulary words. I believe the syllabus says to write each one 3 times with their translations.
Okay.
Any other questions, guys? Great. Nice to meet all of you guys. Like I said, any question pops in your head after the class, just put it in the WhatsApp group, inshallah. We'll try our best to get to you guys, bismillah ta'ala. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He makes this a blessed journey, make it beneficial for all of us, and I'll see you guys next week. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa akhiru da'wana anil hamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam.